Hey, my beautiful biscuits. Are we autumn-tastic? Oh yeah. As you can see, I'm embracing my Regency gown today. Did you see the vlog I did over the summer where I was doing a little Regency photo shoot at a park? I had so much fun with that. It really helped solidify kind of one of my mottos, which is just embracing my weird, letting my, there's a Christmas movie, The Family Stone. It's like, let your freak flag fly. Don't keep it undercover. And this year has really been, for me, a big way of just like letting my crazy, fun, playful artist out. Not trying to be so serious, not trying to worry about what expectations are on me or what other people think I should or should not be doing. Just being silly and having fun with it. And I cannot tell you what a huge difference it has made, I want to say in my life, but not even really in my life, in my day-to-day way I go through the world, right? I just have so much more joy and sparkle in it. My son just had his birthday. He turned 7. Oh my God, I really don't know where the time went. But point being, at the birthday, my brother mentioned, you know, just how much happier I am than I was 7 years ago. And immediately I said, yes, that's absolutely true. I would say I'm joyful now. I am filled with joy so much of the time. In no way does that mean life is easy or, you know, I don't have moments of total chaos. Trying to juggle a 7-year-old, a 7-month-old, a business, a life, you know, being a good person. It's a lot to juggle, and it has been an absolutely crazy last 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years of just total insanity and upheaval in life, and it's so much so for everybody, and then for personal reasons as well. And it's just really laid in deep, the groove that is just follow your bliss. You know what Joseph Campbell talked about is find that groove in the track that is your bliss and follow it, because that's the bee's knees. That's what we're all after, right? Is that real deep sense of not just I'm content with life, but I'm content. And it was so good to hear my brother say, oh, you're so much happier, and to be able to, without a second thought, I might have been stuffing my face with my son's birthday cake and ice cream because my sister was holding the baby, so I was like, I have 2 hands, I can eat. But to just really be able to automatically say, yeah, that's so true. And to have that come from a place of real, still, honest happiness, right? That the still waters that run deep, and you know, maybe on the top there's little surface bubbles, or you know, a little rain hits it and it messes up, but deep down, that happiness and that bliss, and it's so good. And it made me really want to start talking about that more on this channel. I know more and more this year I've been talking about that, and Patreon for years has been a lot about self-care, and I've then also added in a whole bunch of, you know, meditation and manifesting and all sorts of joyful things, that it's not just physical self-care, right? It's really following that bliss. And this year I really got full hog into my 2 OnlyFans pages, which is self-care and then a fitness wellness page. And I was so hesitant to do that because I thought, oh, if I set those up, people are going to have these creepy expectations and maybe I'll be judged, or like, you know, instead of just going, oh, what a fun tool to connect with people and to talk and to have a good time, you know. And it really took me getting out of my own way and getting out of my own ego opinion of myself, of what was good, what was bad, what I should or should not be doing, instead of just following my bliss. And once I kind of let that ego sit by the side, like, hey, you know, why don't you go carve pumpkins, mad amigo? I'm gonna be over here following my bliss. It's just been so much fun. It is so much fun to follow those things and to really find bliss and go, hey, I like you, bliss. I think you can stick around. You know, the partner that we will have forever, right, is ourselves, is our own internal world, our internal mantras. Our children, if we do a good job, grow up and become independent, sassy, little successful people. The now 7-year-old I was hoping the sassy 6s were over. It turns out the sassy 7s, it just keeps going. But, you know, those are beautiful things that we instill in our children, and so they go off in the adventure. And our partners, hopefully stay for our whole lives, but often do not in this day and age. And you know, family closeness there's so many layers to that, right? Like family can be such a complex relationship to dive into, no matter how much you love family. And friends, you know, we can outgrow, we can change our life stages. It's really, boy, it's really that interior world that we cultivate that gives us this solid bedrock to come from for happiness. And I think that comes out in my parenting. I had a moment in the last week where it has been a lot to juggle. Like, I've had a lot on my plate this year, as I know so many other people have, but it's been a lot for me to juggle. I'll be honest. There are moments in almost every day where I just feel like I feel touched out, or I feel mentally just exhausted. And when I just feel like, oh my goodness, I really need to get back to center because I've pivoted out and I've just gotten too chaotic, right? And it really this week made me go, oh, you know what? I'm gonna put down my phone. I'm gonna put down, I was working on finishing editing a really short little novella piece that's going out. And I was like, okay, just put that away and go play with Abraham. Baby wear. You know, I strapped the baby in the baby carrier and we went out and we played. And I really had to go do that. And everybody was so much happier, right? Like, he had a great time. Baby loved being outside with her beanie cap on, which is so cute. I loved being in the fresh air. And then the next day, the first thing my son said, he looked out the window as he got up and he said, oh, Mama, it was so much fun to go play tag outside. That was the first thought that entered his mind, you know? And it wasn't going to be, oh, Mama, I'm so glad you finished that work project. Oh, Mama, I'm so glad you did the dishes. No, it was, I'm so glad you played with me. And it reminded me of coming back to center and following that bliss. And then looking in our families, right? Our kids, our spouses, the people we love in our circle. What's their bliss? How can we help draw it out? How can we help nurture and feed it? And that's so powerful, right? When we're nurturing and feeding other people's joy. I try as a mama, you know, the basics have to be met, right? You have to feed, you have to clothe, you have to take care of them, make sure they don't get sick, you have to make sure they're educated. But there's this really important part, and for me, gentle parenting really reminds me of this, where you're nurturing their soul and their spirit, and you're helping them build this amazing armor in life through your love, through gentle parenting, to go battle dragons. And what that teaches us is, you know, we need to tend to our own armor, right? We need to put our own armor of love on, go battle our dragons, and find that bliss. And it was just a really powerful week where I thought, boy, okay, you know, let your freak flag of awesome bliss fly, because I feel like in this day and age, it is really unusual when people say, what do you do? Or what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And you say happy or happiness. That is your freak flag, is happiness. Like, happiness is a priority? Are you sure? Oh yeah, no, happiness is a priority. Yeah, it's a good one. And it is. It's such a powerful priority. But oh my goodness, does that then set you apart from others? And I think that's something that you really have to, that's part of that armor of love that you put on, right? One of the big dragons is people who want to be miserable, or situations that make you feel frivolous for pursuing happiness and for nurturing in your children and in your spouse and in those close to you. And I really don't think it's a frivolous thing. I think happiness is, man, it's just a bomb diggity. It is so good. It is such a love thing. It just makes me take a deep breath and just be full of gratitude. It's so powerful. I know it can come across as cheesy, but it is so true. Just follow your bliss, my beautiful biscuits. Okay, I want to come on here and share that because it was really on my mind after that little tiny thing that my brother said to me, and it just made me so happy that I wanted to share it and talk about it and get us all talking about it. You know, this is how many days are left to the year. Let's make it so that we are setting this awesome foundation for happiness for the years to come. That should be the focus. Okay, I'm gonna see you on Instagram. Have you been seeing my new reels? I've been going full hog on the reels. I've been going pumpkin-tastic. I've been just having a good time with it, and I'm kind of enjoying that. I have to admit, I just find it fun. Okay, I will see you in the next video. thanks for helping make my life so happy. The connections I make on social media, the interactions and opportunities I get from that. I mean, not a day goes by when I don't appreciate you and you choosing to be a part of our little wholesome feed family. I think it's pretty spectacular. Okay, I'm gonna go flounce about in this outfit. Yes, I am. Will I put on my tiara? No, okay, I won't do that. It falls off my head when I bend over to pick up the baby, but I'm gonna flounce about in my dress. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming along on our happiness adventure, because it is the adventure of a lifetime.